Hey everybody! I know, I haven't posted a vlog in over a week, but here's the thing. When Sabrina died, I just felt so overwhelmed, and I just wanted to throw open the safe, take out all of my cash, bury all of my credit cards and my cell phone, and just get on a bus and go down to Mexico and hang out in a dingy bar for a few weeks and talking to creepy kids and buying flowers and tossing them into the sea. That's just how I deal with my pain, you know? Oh wait, that wasn't me. That was Victor. Yes, Victor is missing. And welcome to the YNR Chat vlog for Wednesday, August 13th. First of all, I want to say, Victor canceled the funeral for Sabrina. That is so rude. That is so incredibly selfish of him. Other people wanted to mourn. Look at all of the work that Jana put into creating that funeral, and everybody taking time to be there and wanting to support Victor, and he canceled the memorial service. That's just wrong. I can understand that he wanted to bury Sabrina privately. That's fine. But leaving everybody hanging there, that was not cool, in my opinion. And frankly, I think that should tell the family right there that Victor is not dead. He is not in trouble. He's just off being Victor. I don't really think that there's anything to be so concerned about. But anyway, Victor is missing, and there is major fighting over what to do. Adam and Nikki and Nick and Victoria and everybody's just crazy angry with each other, not agreeing on what course to take, involving the FBI, involving the media. It is a mess. Victoria hauled off and just smacked Adam, which she got him good too. I was like really watching. That was a good slap. I felt good. I felt like, you know, I got some stuff out during that slap. You know, I felt like I was able to channel some of my energy into Victoria and slap Adam myself. I don't know, in the one way he's right. I think that he probably is doing what Victor would have wanted him to do. But he's just being such a smug little jerk off. He thinks he's gonna run the company. He's waving the fact that he is in Victor's will in front of Nick's face every 10 seconds. That seems to be his little hinging factor there. And, you know, Adam has totally even started acting like Victor. If you notice his body language, sometimes the way he kind of delivers his lines or his speech, it's very Victor-esque. It's absolutely creepy. He's become like this mini-me. He's Victor's mini-me. Or even worse, I don't know, maybe he's more like a George W. I don't know. But, anyway, the point is, Adam is being a little butt, I think. And the question is, where is Victor? What is he up to? And who did he call on the phone? I think it was on Monday, I want to say. He made a phone call to somebody from the bar, and he just said, "It's me." I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm very curious to know. Now, Nikki, in the meantime, has thrown David's ashes, or someone's ashes, into a big pile of horse manure. I thought that was pretty funny. I thought that was pretty cool. I'm really glad he's gone, at least for now. In reality, I feel like the police would be all over Nikki, but they're really not. I think that they would have a lot of questions about her. I mean, she was the one that lived with a man who murdered several people, and was involved in so much crime. I would think that they would want to be questioning her, but they aren't. Instead, really, everyone just wants to blame Nikki for what happened with David, and I mean, that's just ridiculous if you ask me. I mean, maybe, hey, really, isn't it Jack's fault? Because didn't Jack bring David Chow into Genoa City to work on his campaign? maybe it's actually Adam's fault. Adam was the one that was bringing Skye into the picture and kind of encouraging her to mess around with David and to kind of trap him into these gambling situations and taunting him, which, by the way, I think makes Adam just as guilty as Jill or Brad in that scenario, but maybe it was his fault. He was the one that was kind of fanning the flames there, too. I don't know, maybe it was the pilot's fault, who flew David into Genoa City. I mean, really now, my point is, how much longer are we going to continue to play the blaming game? It's not Nikki's fault, is I guess more than anything what I'm saying. David is responsible for his own actions, so let's accept that and move forward. But then again, that wouldn't be very interesting to watch now, would it? So I think it's very interesting that Nikki knows that Brad and Jill were kind of taunting or knew about David's gambling, and that Brad, if not both of them, were taunting David. I think that's very interesting. As soon as Nikki approached Brad with that information, Brad, he handled it like a true sociopath. You couldn't even tell that there was anything wrong. If you didn't know behind the scenes that Brad had anything to do with David and the gambling thing, you wouldn't know at all. I mean, Brad just kind of, he was like, hey, it wasn't my fault. I was trying to make him feel welcome in town. Brad just, he's good. He is good. And he looks good in a suit. Yeah. Anyway, I am wondering, maybe I missed this, does Brad know that Skye was hacked into pieces and carried out of the stables into many small garbage bags? Has anybody brought that up to him? I'm just curious. A little disappointing there what ended up happening to her, I have to say, because I was hoping for maybe a Brad-Skye union, but what can I say? The storylines just have not really gone my way lately. That's unfortunate, but hey, let's talk about Restless Style, because Jack approaching Nikki to do the story on David Chow, I wish so many times that Y&R aired on HBO or Showtime or someplace where they could cuss, because I would have really loved to have seen Nikki just tell Jack to F off. I could not even believe that he had the balls to approach her and ask her that. I mean, using this personal tragedy to sell the magazine? When did Restless Style become Restless Inquirer? I mean, I don't like the direction that they're taking this at all. I know there are people, people out there that do kind of like Jack and Sharon's vision for Restless Style. It may be a little more interesting, I have to admit, but I don't understand since when that has anything to do with fashion or style or anything. I don't know. I think Jack is turning it into a gossip rag, and as I said before, I would, morally, I guess, side with Nick and Phyllis on that issue. But I think that Nick is trying very hard to get out of this Restless Style deal or having to work with Jack any longer. I mean, I can't even believe that Jack didn't realize that Nikki was going to run back and tell Nick that he was trying to put this story. I mean, that's absolutely ridiculous. I'm kind of surprised that Nick didn't just punch Jack. I was sort of expecting that there because Jack just would have deserved it. I mean, Lord. But I still don't understand why Nick would want to go looking for a loan from Brad. Phyllis was right on there. The fact that Brad turned them down was a blessing in disguise. Brad would be as bad as Jack. I mean, right there up front, he said, I would have to insist on having input, and you don't want Brad's input, really, in your project, I would have to say. He's not the kind of boss I think that you would really want to have. So it's a good thing that that didn't happen, although I'm still kind of wondering if it might. So anyway, yeah. But Nick, by the way, thanks for getting the haircut. It needed to happen. It was time. I was happy to see that. I've vlogged about that before, which makes me almost feel a little bit like, hey, good, maybe somebody's listening. I doubt it. But anyway, okay, so that's going to be part 1 of the chat vlog. I still have tons more to say because it's been so long, so please find the part 2 video and stick with me because, again, I haven't even talked about the winter stuff, the Kane-Chloe situation, so come on back and I will see you then.